This is the story of the 17th century, where a rich and famous boy was living with his family with pride and glory. Everything seemed perfect, but fate had written something else for him. His life completely changes at that time, when a dangerous vampire curses him and turns him into a scarecrow, and then buries him alive in the grave. But the story does not end here. 200 years later, one day he suddenly frees himself from his grave and returns to this changed world. Now the question is, how did that boy live for 200 years? And what was the real intention of that sorceress who cursed him? In today's story, we will uncover all these mysteries. So let's go. The story begins in 1760, where we reach the story of the Collins family. There were only 3 people in this family: mother, father, and a small boy named Barnabas. Barnabas's family was very rich. His father had a big business of fishing in the sea. He set up a new town on the coast of the sea, a little far from America, and named it Collinsport. Barnabas's father, Oxford, and as soon as he saw it, his business started flourishing rapidly. During this time, Barnabas had also grown up and become young. In these days of youth, his life took a dangerous turn. There was a maid working in the house, Angelic. Gradually, a relationship began to develop between Barnabas and Angelic. But this relationship was about to reach a dangerous end soon. One day, Angelic clearly said to Barnabas, "I love you very much, and now I want to marry you and spend the rest of my life with you." But Barnabas rejected him in a cold tone. Hearing this, Angelic's love turned into hatred. He took the help of black magic to take revenge. And on a terrifying night, he dropped a huge statue of the mansion and killed Barnabas's parents. It was true, it was sacred, but Angelic could never bear it. She again takes the help of black magic and takes Josette under her control. Josette comes under the influence of magic and walks towards a high rock. Before reaching there, Barnabas jumps from the rock and kills himself. Barnabas also breaks down, seeing his love die in front of his eyes, and he jumps from the same rock. But he does not die, because Angelic had cursed him, an immortal curse. He was no longer a human, but a demon, a creature that can never die. Now Angelic knew that it was impossible to kill Barnabas. That's why she provoked the villagers. The villagers came with fire and weapons. They caught Barnabas and locked him in an iron coffin and buried him in the ground. And so 200 years passed. After this, the year 1979 comes. A girl, Victoria, is coming from the train to Collinsport. From the station, she takes a lift in a car to the Collinwood mansion. She knocks on the door of the mansion, and there the maid welcomes her. Inside the mansion, Victoria's eyes go to an old picture. In the picture, the same face of Barnabas. With curiosity, she asks, "Who is this?" Then the owner of the mansion, Elizabeth, comes and tells, "These are Barnabas Collins, the most pious and great member of our family." Here we learn that Elizabeth is also from the same Collins family. She had advertised in the newspaper that she needed a caretaker who could take care of her brother Roger's son David. Elizabeth introduces Victoria to the mansion. She tells that now only a few people live in this huge mansion. Me, my daughter Caroline, my brother Roger, and his son David. When Victoria asks about David's mother, Elizabeth takes a deep breath and tells, she was drowned in the sea. But David could not believe this truth. He feels that his mother is still alive. He can see her, and he also talks to her. After this, Elizabeth introduces Victoria to her daughter Caroline. Caroline was a little mischievous and stubborn girl. At dinner, Elizabeth introduces Victoria to David's father Roger. Another person is sitting at the same dinner table. Julia, who was a professional psychotherapist. Actually, David still claimed that he could see his mother and talk to her. For this reason, Elizabeth had called Julia, and she had been living in the mansion for the last 3 years and treating David. Meanwhile, Victoria's eyes fall on a white sheet. She felt that this is David who has come to scare her. But when she removes the sheet, there is no one in front of her. Instead, Joseph's soul stands. The soul tells her only one sentence: "He is coming." Saying this, the soul slowly goes away and suddenly disappears. On the other hand, Some laborers were digging from JCB. Only then they feel something hard under the ground. When the soil is removed, a coffin is seen there. The same coffin in which Barnabas was imprisoned for 200 years. As soon as his supervisor cuts the chains of the coffin, Barnabas becomes free from his imprisonment. As soon as he comes out of the coffin, he attacks the laborers, and one by one takes everyone's life. After this, Barnabas returns to his home, Collinwood Mansion. In the garden, he meets Willie. Barnabas hypnotizes him and makes him under his control and asks, "Does the Collin family still live in this house?" Willie answers in a frightened yes. Then Barnabas enters the mansion. His eyes fall on the royal things of the mansion, and he starts looking at everything carefully. He tells Willie what the real story of these things is. Meanwhile, he meets Caroline and David. Caroline looks at him and thinks that maybe he is crazy, or maybe he has come drunk. But David shows the old picture of Barnabas directly on the wall. As soon as he sees the picture, Barnabas stops and says, "Yes, this is my picture. When I was standing here, a great artist had made it." Meanwhile, Elizabeth arrives there and orders the children to stay away from Barnabas. David says that he is calling himself our relative, but Elizabeth considers him a cheater. She takes Barnabas to the other room of the mansion and says in a harsh tone, "If this is a joke, finish it here." To prove his truth, Barnabas opens a secret door of the mansion and takes Elizabeth inside. On that way, they reach a secret cell where many diamonds and jewels were kept. He will not reach there. After this, the whole family gathers at the dinner table. There, Elizabeth tells everyone that Barnabas is her distant relative. Then Dr. Julia also comes and Elizabeth makes him meet Barnabas. During the dinner, Barnabas asks about his old fishing business. Elizabeth says with a heavy heart, "Our business is almost ruined because a woman named Angelique has taken over the whole business by dealing with fishermen." Hearing this, Barnabas looks at everyone with a deep look and says in a loud voice, "Now I have come and I will take the business of the Collin family to the next level." Meanwhile, Victoria arrives there. As soon as she sees her, Barnabas stops and suddenly calls her Josset, because Victoria's face and her lost love were similar to Josset. After a while, the two talk to each other and Victoria introduces herself. Then the story shows us Angie. Actually, the same Angelique who ruined Barnabas's life. Centuries ago, she had become a witch by the power of black magic and had remained alive in different forms for 200 years by changing her name. She reaches her office where she gets the news that last night the workers found a 200-year-old coffin during the excavation, and that same night all the workers were mercilessly killed. Hearing this, Angelique's face turns pale. She herself reaches that place and she is convinced that Barnabas has returned. Then she goes straight to the Collinwood mansion. There she meets Elizabeth. But then Barnabas comes in front and shakes hands with her. At that moment, the spark of recognition in her eyes rises. Barnabas understands that she is the same woman, the same witch Angelique. After this, Barnabas takes her to a room and talks about business. Angelique smiles and says, "Now this business is mine and I think you have recognized who I am." Barnabas looks into her eyes and says, "Yes, you are the same witch who took everything from me. My parents, my love, everything is over and I will put you in jail for black magic." Angelique answers, "You can't do anything like that. No one will believe you, because I have been living with respect in this society for 200 years. And now Collinsport is mine." Angelique leaves from there. As soon as she leaves, Barnabas tells everything to Elizabeth. Her voice hurts. "She is the same woman who took my parents' life and snatched my love from me. And I couldn't do anything." Elizabeth looks into her eyes and says in a loud voice, "Barnabas, you can still do it. You can start this business again. And you can take the Collin family to that height where it used to be." After this, Barnabas gets his mansion repaired first. Broken walls stand again. And by decorating them with beautiful paintings, he once again makes the mansion royal and magnificent. To increase his business, he takes the cat with him and meets the big fisherman. And by his mysterious power, he hypnotizes them and leaves Angelique and forces them to work for the Collin family. The result is that his fishing business starts flourishing again. But in the meantime, Dr. Julia doubts him. One night she sees that Barnabas is peeping into Caroline's room and is looking at the lamp there with strange eyes, as if he is trying to understand her. Julia stops him and talks to him and says, "I am a psychiatrist. I treat the mind." With her art, she hypnotizes Barnabas herself. And her real truth is known that he is not a human being, but a vampire. When the truth is revealed, Julia talks to Elizabeth and says, "I have known everything. Barnabas is a vampire. Still, why have you kept him in your house?" Elizabeth says with a cold breath, "Let it be royal. His family will not have to face any danger." Here, Barnabas is trying to learn from Caroline how to love in this new age. Caroline smiles and replies, "First of all, you will have to change your look and behavior. Live like an ordinary person, then love will teach you." The next day, Dr. Julia goes one step further. She takes out Barnabas' blood and reassures him that by putting human blood in it, she can make him human again. Meanwhile, we see Barnabas and Victoria walking side by side in a scene by the sea. It was clear from their eyes that they were starting to like each other. There, Angelique meets her business partners. Everyone complains that their business is constantly falling because Barnabas' business is growing rapidly. In anger, Angelique says, "Arrange a meeting between me and Barnabas." In the evening, she meets Barnabas and says to him, "Take this money and leave the fish business." But Barnabas rejects her. Then Angelique comes close to him, tries to convince him, and says, "We will do business together." She flirts with him, and finally they become intimate as vampires. But Barnabas replies, "What you did to me, I can never forgive you." Meanwhile, Victoria has a nightmare. In it, she sees her childhood. How she used to see Joseph's soul and talk to him from a young age. But her parents thought it was madness and sent her to a mental hospital. As soon as she wakes up from the dream, she sees the same soul in front of her. She goes to the big hall of the mansion behind him. The soul climbs the chandelier and jumps just like she had committed suicide years ago. The next day, Barnabas, with everyone's consent, holds a grand party in the mansion and invites many people from the city. The party is on its peak. Then she looks at David. David stands outside a room and says, "Dad has forbidden anyone to go inside." Hearing this, Barnabas suspects that something is wrong inside. He quietly looks out the window and sees David's father, Roger, having fun with a girl. Barnabas understands that Roger is cheating on his own family. Meanwhile, Victoria stands outside. Barnabas asks her to come inside. But Victoria starts telling the dark truth of her childhood. She says, "I have seen a girl's soul since childhood, but my parents could not understand it. That's why my childhood was full of pain and suffering. One day, the same soul brought me to Collinwood. And when I came here and met you, I felt as if I have known you for centuries. Maybe it was my fate that I met you. Now I feel like you are like me." Saying this, she comes closer to him and they start kissing each other. But all this is seen by Angelique from afar, who arrived at the party without calling. After the party, Barnabas goes straight to Dr. Julia. There he sees that Julia is giving herself blood from her body. That's when she realizes the truth. Julia was pretending to make him human while in fact she was trying to become immortal. In anger, Barnabas kills her, and with the help of a cat, he throws her body into the depths of the sea. That same night, Roser is trying to find a secret door to the mansion, but Barnabas catches him. He already knew that Roser had married David's mother for money. He gives Roser two options. First, stay here and become true to David and disappear forever. Roser chooses the second option without thinking twice. He leaves his son and goes away from the mansion forever. Seeing his father leaving, David runs to the stairs crying. That's when he slips and a heavy swing falls on him. Barnabas reaches there and saves David's life. Everyone is shocked to see this because such speed and power was not possible for any human. But then a ray of sunlight falls on Barnabas and his skin burns. Screaming, his body catches fire. But the cat immediately pours water on him and saves him. After this incident, truth is revealed to everyone. Barnabas is actually a vampire. People fear him and run away. Victoria also understands that he is not an ordinary person. And with this fear, she also slowly starts getting away from him. After this, Barnabas goes straight to Angelique and begs her to free him from this curse. But Angelique laughs at his words and says, "You have only two ways. Either stay with me, be my lover and run this business with me, or rot in that coffin forever." Barnabas rejects his offer and says, "I can never be yours." Hearing this, Angelique's hatred deepens even more. She talks about Dr. Julia as if she is deliberately provoking him. In anger, Barnabas admits that he killed Julia. This was the mistake that Angelique was waiting for. As soon as Barnabas leaves, Angelique uses her black magic and locks him in the coffin as soon as he blinks. She ties his body with thick iron chains so that he cannot come out again. Then she orders her men and pulls Barnabas to her fishing factory. There she sets it on fire. The burning factory in flames and the smoke-filled sky seem to bear witness to her victory. After this, Angelique hides Barnabas and the coffin in a dense, desolate jungle in a dilapidated, and leaves with a cold smile. But fate had another plan. As soon as Angelique leaves, David arrives, guided by his mother's spirit. The little boy opens the chains and sets Barnabas free. On the other side, the police and the whole city gather around the burning factory. At the same time, Angelique announces to everyone, "I have heard with my own eyes." Barnabas admits that he killed Dr. Julia. His voice is echoed between the clashes of fire and the shrieks of the crowd. And the whole city considers Barnabas a dangerous murderer. Angelique also tells the police in front of everyone that Barnabas is a murderous vampire, and his family members are also as guilty as he is, because they deceived everyone by hiding this secret. Hearing this, the police go straight to the Collinwood mansion. As soon as Angelique steps there, Barnabas comes forward with red eyes out of anger, slaps her on the neck, and pierces his pointed teeth. But his shock has no effect on Angelique. She uses her dark powers with a cool laugh and throws Barnabas so far away that he collides with the wall and falls. Seeing this, everyone's faces stand up. People now believe that these two are not humans, but dangerous devils. The police immediately orders everyone get out, it's dangerous to stay here, and the whole town starts running out of the mansion. Now in the middle of the mansion, a scary and destructive fight between Barnabas and Angelique begins. Barnabas breaks down on him, but Angelique stops every blow. Then Elizabeth picks up a gun and fires directly at Angelique. The bullet gets stuck in her chest, but after a while, Angelique stands up again, as if nothing had happened to her. Now she uses all her magical powers. The old things in the mansion, chairs, statues, puppets, all come to life one by one and start attacking. She leaves a poisonous snake on Elizabeth, and the whole hall is on fire. The mansion, surrounded by chaos, becomes a house of death. In this chaos, a big statue comes to life and grabs Barnabas tightly. He shivers but can't get out. That's when the real truth comes out. Angelique had temporarily turned Caroline into a ferocious wolf with her dark powers. Suddenly Caroline's body trembles, her hands and feet turn into claws, and her eyes glow red. Shivering, she slaps Angelique directly. A fierce clash begins between the two. Caroline tries to reach her neck with all her strength, but Angelique's power was much greater than that. She grabbed Caroline and threw her on the ground, and made her unconscious with a magical attack. Caroline's body is lying there, unmoved. Now the mansion was on fire. Elizabeth was struggling with the snake. Caroline was unconscious and Barnabas was trapped. And Angelique's victory was almost certain. After this, Angelique goes to Barnabas and kills him. She says with a cold smile, "I ruined everything for you. And David's mother didn't drown and die. In fact, I gave her death." Hearing this, David comes there and shouts, "Leave her, or my mother will kill you." And then suddenly David's mother's soul appears. Her spiritual power attacks Angelique. Angelique collides with a huge swing and falls to the ground. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Barnabas is freed from the cage of the puppet and orders everyone to get out. After this, he goes to Angelique, and he realizes that the end of this evil which was written by this swing. As soon as Angelique sees it, she dies in the middle of screams forever. But the story does not end here. On the other hand, Victoria is moving towards the same rock from where Josette had jumped. Her heart is broken because now she knows that Barnabas is a vampire. And a human and a vampire can never be one. That's when Barnabas finds her and reaches there. Before falling, he bites Victoria. But Victoria says with tears in her eyes, "We can never be one, because I am an ordinary human being. Now there is only one way left. You make me like you." Barnabas gets upset to hear this, but he refuses. And the next moment, Victoria jumps from that rock. In the last attempt to save her, Barnabas bites her before falling. This time, Victoria does not die, but she also becomes a vampire. And now, after centuries of loneliness, Barnabas and Victoria finally become one. Both look at each other and smile, because now they are together forever. But there is one more scary turn in the story. In the depths of the sea, we see the corpse of Dr. Julia. Suddenly her eyes open, because Barnabas had bitten her too. And now she has also become a vampire. And with this cold silence, this story ends here.